What's up everyone? So we actually have our fifth and final deck profile for DDD, so this is pretty much to conclude the 5 deck profiles that I've actually said I was going to do. So yeah, let's just finish this off, and you guys pretty much will have 5 different decks to resource from, and of course we also have the combo videos that will be coming pretty soon as well. So I think part 1 should already be up by the time I record this video, but of course do stay tuned for the other parts as well. But starting off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Swell Slime. A lot of people have been loving Necro Slime a lot more than Vice Typhon, so 3 Necro Slime. Going to be playing 3 Lamia, and of course we're still going to be playing 3 Kepler, playing 2 Thomas, and of course we're also playing 3 copies of Ragnarok as well. We'll also be playing 2 copies of Copernicus, and we are actually going to be playing Ghost in this one. I just felt it was more fun. Now, of course, this particular deck profile is going to be very different here, but we are still playing 2 copies of Vice Typhon. I still like this card. I just don't think it's something that should be completely ignored. I think we should, have a bit of an open mind into what different cards are actually capable of. I've even tried out Baphomet and Night Howl as well, and even other DD cards as well. Partially because a lot of people aren't particularly happy about seeing those cards. I get why. I mean, to a certain extent, you still want a bit of competitive plays, even within a fun build. But for this particular build, we'll be playing 2 copies of Supreme King Darkworm, and we are also going to be playing 2 copies of Supreme King Gate Zero. So this is definitely a completely different way of playing, but of course there is a particular variant of it, and this is how I'm actually playing it in the particular monster lineup. There will be actually combos utilizing Darkworm and Gate Zero, so stay tuned for that. But that's it for the monsters. Let's move on to spells. Alright, so moving on to spells, we're still playing 3 copies of Gate. I don't think any DD deck would actually reduce it. Playing 1 copy of Swamp King, we're playing 2 copies of Called by the Grave, we're playing 3 copies of Allure of Darkness, we are playing 1 copy of Foolish, 1 copy of 1 for 1, 1 copy of Monster Reborn, 1 copy of Raigeki. But the interesting thing is, aside from just playing Foolish Burial, we are also playing 2 copies of Dragon Shrine just to send our Supreme King Darkworm to the graveyard. Adds a bit more consistency to it. Don't think we should be playing 3 copies of it because it can only send a dragon monster and we only have 2 targets. So if both are gone, then it pretty much becomes a dead card in our hand. But aside from that, 1 was definitely not enough there, so I figured I had to just put an additional copy just in case. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the main deck. No trap cards or anything. This deck is more so a deck that is designed to go really fast, so you don't really have much time to be setting up boards to disrupt your opponent or anything. Alright, so moving on to the extra deck, we're playing 1 copy of Genghis, the big Genghis of course, 1 copy of Diarch, 2 copies of the little Genghis. We're also playing Siegfried, we're playing Crystal Wing. I'm actually playing Omega in this particular build. I showed a particular combo with it, but it did utilize 2 Omegas, but even so, I think this deck has enough space to fit in Omega, just because of the way it's been built and the way it actually works. Alexander, Meteor Burst Dragon, Summon Sorceress. It's actually become a staple just like Meteor Burst now in DDDs. I don't really like using the term staples because it's kind of like restricting yourself to a particular build style. But the thing is, there are just some cards that you just can't take out of the deck. It's just really, it just makes up what the deck really is, and from that, Meteor Burst and Summon Sorceress have definitely earned their spots, as well as Crystal Wing as well. We have Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. Obviously, he will be the key card in this particular deck, given we are playing the Supreme Kings. We are also playing Lanfarincus, just because it's still generic and we do need other options as well. Link Reba, of course, and then we're also playing number 38 and Kali Yuga. But this is basically it for this particular deck, just another variant of it, completely different from the other 4 builds as well. But in the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed this particular deck profile. Try it out, it's definitely really fun. And hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.